of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Play complete to Washington, and he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Lawrence on first down. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Jaguars at 6-2 to start play. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Lawrence's throw hauled in by Washington. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards. And they'll run with ETN. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. On the draw, here's Lawrence. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in, announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Willis. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And able to get this one. San Francisco, the pickup, 14 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Ready?
Now Samuel. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Tackled there by Rayshon Jenkins.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Jaguars' 47-yard line.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's 3rd and 6. Third down, it's Willis. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there, that brings up 4th.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An audible here to get a new look. Fourth down, Willis. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or they're kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Willis looking to throw it. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense. They come into top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Third and long, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Josh Allen able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. Back deep for Jacksonville, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! Hey, Jupiter, Jupiter!
On first down, Lawrence. Man open, here's Jones. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Fred Warner, the all-pro linebacker, there on the stop.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he's brought down. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Etienne, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners 1st down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now they'll look to Willis to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Willis. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, focus. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. This is taken at the 23. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk. His first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now 13-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to... Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Okay, ready?
On first down, Willis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Again to throw, Willis on second down. This will be caught at Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. First down now, but that clock rolling. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. He will push his way down to about the 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Willis rushing into the line in a hurry here. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here we go.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Willis on the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop it right where it all started. The 49ers now are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Going on 4th down. Here's Willis. Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This is a half of not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Second down throw coming by Willis. Francisco. Malik Willis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. Now Moody for the PAT. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way down to the 39. 108 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Willis on 3rd down. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
2nd down and 6 now. 2nd down, Willis looks to throw here. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Dewan Smoot getting in there, recording the sack.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces third and long.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Rolling to his right. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game. And he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Lawrence giving to Etienne here on the option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 36. Lawrence will throw. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Now Lawrence. Inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now Lawrence changing the play. But to throw again is Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Here's Lawrence. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is third and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne. And they'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have retaken a third-quarter lead.
And you can bet when they were in that huddle, there's definitely some urgency because I'm sure they were saying to each other, we got to push this one in right now so we don't have to run this on 4th down, and there'll be extra bodies in the hole. That's excellent work there at the point of attack. All it takes is one little crease as he fights his way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Danny Gray, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Moody good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action with Willis. Keeps it, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. That's Foley Fatukasi who got in there and finished off the play. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. And he's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities. And he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, here's Willis. Under pressure, they got him again. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal, a big seam, and he might go all the way. He may go. Touchdown, Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence, 66 yards. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays, here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown on the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now Willis. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 121 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7. Willis on the option to the right. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. McCaffrey running up the middle. He can't get him down.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Willis now off of play action. Connects with Kittle underneath. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
A handoff left, McCaffrey.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.